Toothpaste.
Toothpaste, I believe in Tom's, and I don't believe in all those poison. You know, if toothpaste takes off tarnish from a silver, do you really want to put that in your mouth? I don't, but Dad does. He uses a certain unnamed brand, and I don't.
Composting toilets.
I love composting toilets. I've met one that is fantastic, but I can't talk
Japanese
Dad.
toilets.
Japanese toilets are really wonderful things, guys. It's a big indulgence.
Best part
But
of Japanese toilet.
it's really, well, it's the warm seat. It welcomes you to do your business. It's very nice.
Alan, butt implants.
That is ridiculous, and that is disgusting, and who the hell would do
A
that?
lot of people, butt implants in the last few years have surpassed breast implants.
Well, I think the whole thing of implanting anything unless you need it to think or walk or move is just...
What about people who need it to feel good about themselves and happy with their body?
Okay, honey, I am of the proponent, and everybody knows I'm struggling with this myself, to be happy as nature made you, and if it all works, to be very happy with that, and to not enhance it according to whose ideal of beauty. Not yours, right? But the outer beauty. You know, so what the hell? And you don't know what those butt implants, like breast implants, are going to leak silicone all over your body and fuck you up.
Maybe you could do it very healthy.
Maybe you can, and if that's what you want to spend your time and money doing, go ahead. More power to you, but I would wish you would have something else to think about.
Glass in your hand.
Glass in your
The
hand.
glass in my hand are really, this is very exciting because it was one of the first shops I went into after my double vaccination, and I went into this antique shop and we needed some wine glasses, and
Okay,
so I got
choo-choo
them.
train.
I really remember that train. We took up that coal mountain in New Hampshire that was so terrifying. And raccoons are terrifying. And now this is the joys of country living, because I'm going to be by myself up here for days with a rabid raccoon and a dog who wants to attack her.
Traveling to Mars.
I am so uninterested in that. I don't know why we don't fix things up here before we go to Mars, but it's typical that very wealthy people want to, after they've damaged this place and not helped heal it, they're going to get off and go inhabit Mars.
Friend visit after vaccinated.
Friend visit after vaccination is one of the great joys of modern life. But we don't really remember how we longed for it because it right away seems normal.
Acorns.
Acorns, from little acorns, big oaks grow, and I always think of David and Mark with that.
Shovels.
You know what? I really have a very sad association with shovels. It's when you go to a Jewish grave and you shovel the dirt. What the heck, man?
Just fell right over.
And we got to get rid of that table.
Prosthetic legs.
I think prosthetic legs are phenomenal, and they've really improved them. And we have a friend that has 8 pairs.
Tiny slices of oranges.
Tiny slices of oranges. Doesn't do much for me unless you get a really, really great sweet orange, and they're hard to find these days because usually they're mealy, and I'm sure it has to do with the climate and lack of water and whatever. Really
Alien civilizations.
Oh, I know they're there. And I just
How do you know
think-
they're there?
Because it makes no sense. Out of the thousands of galaxies and millions of possible universes, that we're the only people here? I don't think so. But I love that movie with the good aliens that weren't anything like our life form, that with the writing.
Arrival.
Yeah, that was really good.
What would you say to an alien civilization? Come on, stop unwrapping. We're having a conversation for crying out loud.
Oh, sorry.
What would you say to an alien civilization if they arrived and you got to have tea with an alien and
I'd
it's
say,
just sort
can
of...
you help us? Can you give us a perspective about how we can get along, heal the planet, and not be disintegrating, going backward human beings?